Hey guys. Welcome to Couple. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. It's another Trump affair, this time without the allegations of sexual harassment, and worse, the charges and countercharges, the lawsuits, and all the rest. So it hasn't gotten the sort of headlines that Stormy Daniels has garnered, but when it comes to influence, American foreign policy, and issues of peace and war, it couldn't matter more or be a bigger story, or have more money or lobbyists involved in it. Think of it as the great love affair of the age of Trump, the one between the Donald and the Saudi royals. And if there's any place to start laying out the story, it's naturally at a wedding, in this case in a tragic ceremony that happened to take place in Yemen, not Washington. On Sunday, April 22nd, planes from a Saudi Arabian-led coalition dropped 2 bombs on a wedding in Yemen. The groom was injured, the bride killed, along with at least 32 other civilians, many of them children. In response, the Saudis didn't admit fault or express condolences to the victims' families. Instead, they emphasized that their coalition continues to take all the precautionary and preventative measures to avoid civilian casualties in Yemen. This disconnect between Saudi rhetoric and the realities on the ground isn't an anomaly, it's been the norm. For 4 years, the Saudis and their allies have been conducting airstrikes with reckless abandon there, contributing to a staggering civilian death toll that now reportedly tops 10,000. The Saudis and their close ally, the United Arab Emirates, UAE, have repeatedly reassured American policymakers that they're doing everything imaginable to prevent civilian casualties, only to launch yet more airstrikes against civilian targets, including schools, hospitals, funerals, and marketplaces. For example, last May when Donald Trump landed in Saudi Arabia on his first overseas visit as president, Saudi lobbyists distributed a fact sheet about the prodigious efforts of the country's military to reduce civilian casualties in Yemen. 5 days after Trump landed in Riyadh, however, an airstrike killed 24 civilians at a Yemeni market. In December, such strikes killed more than 100 Yemeni civilians in 10 days. The Saudi response, condemning United Nations for its criticisms of such attacks and then offering yet more empty promises. Through all of this, President Trump has remained steadfast in his support, while the U.S. military continues to provide aerial refueling for Saudi airstrikes as well as the bombs used to kill so many of those civilians. But why? In a word, Saudi Arabian and UAE money in prodigious amounts flowing into Trump's world to U.S. arms makers and to dozens of lobbyists, public relations firms, and influential think tanks in Washington.